Alrighty, so hello. As you can see, we are back to the night sessions again, and obviously it's late, almost 10, I guess. Yeah, whatever. So yeah, basically, if I tell you about the day, then I mostly did the backend jobs work for my project, which was setting up Redis and salary and all that kind of stuff. So it is almost done, the backend part and backend jobs part. So there is still something like export CSV data and all that's remaining. But yeah, other than that, it's mostly done. And so I had to go out after that in the evening. So, and yeah, basically, after all the series of events, we are here at the end of our day. And so obviously I've not covered the strings lecture because I did not have time to do anything else today. So my target is that so there are how many, 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 lectures in strings. So yeah, I think I will be trying to cover at least like 7 lectures, half of it. So others, at least I can cover tomorrow and then get back to this where I can solve questions about strings. So yeah, that is basically it for today's agenda. So we'll be starting with strings, then how do we get input and output of them, length, concatenate, char at method, check if a string is palindrome. And I think we did the palindrome thing for number, right? So it was like taking a modulo and then getting the last digit and then storing it as first and then dividing it by 10, so removing the last digit. So yeah, I think there will be obviously a different method for strings, like checking if the string is palindrome or not. And then lastly, the seventh lecture will be a question, which is like shortest path. I'm not sure shortest path to what, but anyways, we'll see that when we get there. So again, forgive me if I'm just going quiet for a minute or two because I'm just watching the lecture, understanding stuff, and then moving ahead. So yeah. Anyways, we'll move on now. We'll create this file for that later. Anyways, let's just get into it. So basically, there we studied like arrays, which was like a type of int, and you can say if we want to store like characters, then we can make a character array and then store like separate characters. Let's say A, B, C, D differently. But there is a string class with capital S, which lets you store a whole string like a name or paragraph or anything like that, and it has like many functions, inbuilt functions or methods, whatever you want to call them, associated with that. So it helps in it helps in many places basically. And I think it's different than string in C++. So I think there are not that many methods or not methods at all over there. But anyways, so Java has it. So yeah, we have a chapter about it because of that. So you can see the bottle is different because I was not hitting my target, and if you can see, it is like marked and stuff. So I am still yet to complete all of this, because I was not here in the evening. Anyways, hopefully we'll do before we sleep. But yeah, let's continue. So yeah, let's just create a new file. Let's name it strings.java. Let's say import. Okay, let's maybe do that later. Let's just say public class string. Let's say public static void main string arguments. Okay, so this is strings because Java has obviously inbuilt class which is string. So that is different, and this we have made custom according to our file name. It's different. Okay, so this is the character array, and there is another way to store a string, which is this. I think there are some differences related to how they are stored in the memory and stuff, but yeah, that can be discussed or seen later or whatever. No, I think I fucked up here because of Copilot. Let us say XYZ. So yeah. Okay, so the thing is that strings are immutable in Java. So basically, once you have defined a string, you can't really change it. And I think if you change it, then it will be a new string. But the actual string cannot be changed or modified or anything. So maybe, yeah, that's a important fact to remember. But anyways, let's just move on. So let's take Let's take string as an input. Let's say scanner object. Let's enter a string. Okay, we need so string sc is equal to sc dot next. Or maybe let's say let's just define it and then call it, I guess. Yeah. And then we can just say maybe hello and let's run it. Java strings dot java. Okay, my bad. Semicolon. Just save it as well. Okay. 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 Let's say Neha. Hello, Neha. Anyways, don't ask. That was just a coincidence, obviously. It's just a common name. Also, we are taking input by sc.next. So even if you enter, let's just say Bruce Banner. So what it will do, it will only just print the thing before the space. So it will say hello Bruce. If we want a whole line, I think it is sc.next line. Let me just check quickly. Bruce Banner. Yeah, that is sc.next line. Okay, so our net has gone. Let me just turn on my hotspot real quick. Oh, the Wi-Fi icon is not showing itself. What might be an issue there? No internet. Okay. Okay, it is there now. And I've connected my hotspot, so that should be fine. Let me just refresh this quickly. Okay, I think it skipped something. Yeah, okay, we are back. Okay, so let us talk about the function in strings, which is length. Let's say now let me just comment this for a sec. And system dot out dot println, say full name dot string, oh sorry, full name dot length. So if we run this code, okay, where the okay, sorry, compilation failed. Okay, so we are getting this error which is cannot find symbol variable length, location variable name, whatever. So the thing is that in the arrays, it is it's like the length is a property of arrays, but here it is a function in the string class. So we need to give parenthesis here. Now the color has changed, if you can see, and now it should work fine. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's length of 10. Okay, now let's talk about concatenation. Yes. So it's like merging two things, which will be, let's say, and let's say this. And let's just comment this out. Let's say string full name, and we can take it as first name plus last name. And okay, so maybe I should have gone with the Copilot's suggestion and added a little space, but anyways, let's let us just print the full name. And you can see we are getting the same thing as this. So basically we are joining three strings here. This one is the first one which has this value. This is second last one which has this value, and this is also a string, but it only contains a space. And yeah, I guess there are functions to concatenate strings and stuff as well, but the simplest way would be this one, to just give a plus between the strings and then merge them or whatever. And well, whenever we were doing like this thing, full name is this. So yeah, we did this a lot, and it was basically concatenation only. but I guess there was no name for it till now, and now there is. So yeah. So okay. Uh, Let us talk about something else, which is so basically in the arrays, we were able to find out each element. We can also do that with strings. There is a method or function called caret. So yeah, let's just look at it. So let's just find something here. Let's say you want to see char at 0. So you can just use this method with again parenthesis and pass the index of that letter inside it. Okay. What is the issue here? Okay, I think there is some issue right here. Variable full name of type string. Okay, we are saying chart at. It's not chart at, it's caret. Okay, so that prints the thing. So let's say if we want to print all the letters from a string. So I think we can make a function. Let's call it void print letters, I guess, and we can give it a string as an str. Okay, this already wrote it out for me. So basically, if we can initialize a for loop which says int I is equal to 0, I is less than str dot length I plus plus, and we can just print all the characters in it. So yeah, I think yeah, let's just call this. Let's say print letters of full name, and we can run it. Uh, Void type not allowed here. Okay. Is it so? I don't think so. Let's say letters. Okay. We don't need to because we are already printing it, right? So I think we only need to call it. Yeah, that's definitely it. Okay, so we are giving one space between them here, so that's why we are getting the name like this. And there is an additional space in between because there was already a space right here. Okay, so now we are finally on to the first question of our day, which is check if a string is palindrome or not. So let us go ahead and see what's happening. So basically, if we're checking the palindrome thing, let's say there is a word race car. So if you read it, it is RACECAR, and here also RACECAR. So yeah, that's the same. So what we can do here is that we can cut this in half and run a for loop and like basically start comparing the first letter to the last one, the second to the second last one, third to third last, and go on like that. And so this R to this, A to this, C to this, and when we are in the middle of it, then obviously it can be compared with itself. But yeah, that will basically give us the palindrome. So this from this it will be first half, and from this it will be second half. So basically, in the logic, we primarily need to only run a simple for loop, which will be equal to what? So basically, it will be starting from 0 and going till the mid index. So yeah, and we can just say from 0 to length by 2, which will be the mid of it. And so, and for the comparisons thing, let's say the index of these things, which would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they are perfectly aligning. So basically, it will be for not for basically the string of I will be compared to string of n minus I minus 1. And why is that? Because let's say if you say string of I which is 0, then you can say n minus 1, which is 7 minus 1 minus I you can take as 0. So 0 will be compared to 6. And then 1 will be compared to n minus I, which is 1, and minus 1 again. So that will be 7 minus 1 minus 1, which will be 5. So that's how 1 will be compared with 5, 2 with 4, and then 3 remains at last. So I think we can just directly, yeah, we can just, or maybe let me create a function. Fuck that. Public static, let's say boolean is palindrome. It takes input as the string str, and then it says okay, so maybe let's give the string here first. Let me just erase this, I guess. That should be fine. String str is equal to, let's just say, race car. So it will be, I will be starting from 0. I will go str dot length divided by 2, and then we can do I plus plus. So now we need to check if let's say str dot char at I is not equal to str dot char at str dot length minus 1, and so basically that's n minus 1 and minus I. So if that is the case, then just return false, because even at any given point, if both of those indexes are not the same, those characters are not the same, then it will not be a palindrome, and otherwise it will be. So let us just say that system dot out dot println the string is palindrome, and then we can call it on the string. So yes, it is true because the string is actually palindrome. Let me just remove this, and yeah, so and let us just also try with another palindrome, which is noon. And if we give let's say make a typo in race car and make it ray so car. Okay, why is it returning a true? Okay, I think, yeah, that is okay. I just changed the e part, so that will obviously be a palindrome. Let's just say resoi car. That sounds like a rasoi car. I don't know if that is even a word in Hindi or not, but anyways. And also, if we talk about optimization, then it is also fine because we have only run one for loop and we are done. So it will be big of n, I guess. Yeah. So let us move on to the second question, and that is the seventh lecture for today. So I'm not sure if I'll do it, if I'll do further or not, but yeah, at least let's just complete this. Anyway, so what is the question? It is the question of shortest path. Yeah, so I was not sure what is going to be in the shortest path. So let us just see. Let me just. Where was this? Okay. So basically, it's a question of uh, you're given a route on the like four direction stuff. So if you have seen that in math, it was like origin at was at 0 0, and then upwards was north, downwards was south, left was west, and right was east. So and then you are given a path basically, and the path will say go this whatever. So you'll have to move like 1 unit in each direction. So let's say the path is given as W, so you go to west one, then N, so you go to north one, then east, E, so you go to east one, then again E, so you go to east once again, then you go, then it is N, so you go to north one, 1 unit, then you go east, and then it is south, so you go down, and it's east, you go east, and then there are three norths, so basically you go three times 3 units upwards, and then you can just find out your final coordination, is it called coordinates, my bad, not coordination. So yeah, the final coordinates you can find from calculate how far you are from the origin in the east direction or west direction, wherever you are. So that will give you x coordinate, and then when you count the distance from x axis to uh, the highermost or lowermost part you have gone, so that will be your y coordinate. And yeah, and in this given path that I just mentioned, the final coordinates will be 3 comma 4. So basically, it is like we have to find the displacement, final displacement. If you have studied in the physics, in the physics was my least favorite, and it was the subject that I scored lowest out of physics, chemistry, and maths. So yeah, first was chemistry, by the way, or math. It depend. It used to depend how tough a paper is or whatever. But yeah, chemistry and math always. I think I was always able to do. For some reason, I did not. I was not very good at the logic in the physics part, because after the logic, it was just math in mostly cases. But yeah, that logic of physics is very important. But anyways, we are not focusing on that. We just want to do our question and then get it done with. So yeah, what I was saying that uh, there is a formula for like displacement, which is under root of x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square, and like the whole under root of that. So in this case, it will be 3 minus 0 square plus 4 minus 0 square, which will be 9 plus 16, and under root of 25, so that will be equal to 5. So basically, the biggest logic behind this, to convert it in the code, is that you just have to be aware of what it is doing. So basically, if you just it's simple, obviously. So if you go to the north direction, it will make your y coordinate plus 1, and if you go to south, it will do y minus 1. If you go to west, it will do x minus 1, and if you go to east, that will do x plus 1. So yeah. But yeah, it's always better to, I guess, do the draw the diagram first, because it uncovers a lot of things that you may not be able to just think in your head. So if you draw the diagram, then maybe a logic is a bit more clearer. I think I have, although I don't usually draw diagrams, I just try to solve it directly with code or on paper. But yeah, I think I need to change my habit actually. But yeah. So let's just comment this out and comment this out as well. I guess that should be fine. And so let's just say string path is equal to, it was w n e n e s e n n. Okay. So let us just create a function which will be, okay, let me just, so which will be public static. It can return an int because our displacement at the end of the day is int. So let's say shortest path, it takes a string, or let us just call it path only. It should be fine. So let's just say int x. So let us just run this for loop for path dot length times length and say I plus plus, and then we can. So yeah, according to this string, we can use this caret method and get the character. So let's char direction, which will be path path dot char at I. So let us say north. So if direction is equal to n, then we can just do y plus plus. And if it is south, else if direction is equal to s, let's just say y minus minus. Same thing for east. Let's say f direction is equal to e, then x plus plus, or if it is west, then else if direction will be equal to w, and x minus minus will be the thing that we will be doing that. North, south, east, west. And okay, I think we can just give else in the last as well. But yeah, I think we can just leave it as it is. And in the end, we need to return under root of x2 minus x1 square and plus y2 minus y1 square. So let us say that so this capital X square means we are doing x into x. So why are we doing x into x here? Because we know that initially it is 0 only. So even if you say x1 here and y1 here, and then you initialize x2 and y2 as 0, and then you increase decrease it whatever, it will, like, this still x1 will still be 0. So we can just say this, and then let me correct a bit of indentation here and do the same for y. And we can just return it, I guess. So we needed to do x2 minus x1 square plus y2 minus y1 square. So this is that x and then this is that y. So we can just say math dot sqrt and then this. So if we say let's say this, what will happen? Okay, where is semicolon expected? Okay, I think the semicolon is everywhere. Okay, maybe I should remove this. Then also here. Yeah. Let me see if there is any error now. Incompatible types, possible lossy conversion from double to int. Okay, so here we are returning int and this returns a double value. So that's why it is giving the error. And I think let's just say float here and then do the typecast of this with float. I think now it should run fine. Okay. Dot class expected. Okay. Okay. My bad. Sorry. I think I need to just do this and it will recognize it. Okay. So shortest path distance is equal to 5. And let's say if we say we are just going north and then south, that's it. So we are going one up, then one down. So that will be 0 effective displacement. And yeah, as you can see, we are getting a 0. And again, the complexity of this question is big of n because we are only running one for loop and checking a bunch of conditions, if conditions in it. And whatever the path, whatever the length of that path, that's how many times we have traversed the string. Okay, so that is it till 7 lectures. I really think I will not be continuing now and just stop here because I'm kind of getting a headache and I'm also really tired, to be really honest. So I think I need to just do rest for now and get back tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be starting with, so okay, there is a bit of last work remaining of my project. So I don't know, maybe I'll just sit for some time now and then finish it and then start with front end tomorrow, but I'm not sure. We need to actually start working on, I need to start working on front end as well because I don't know shit about Vue and I need to build the front end in Vue for that project, and we only have a handful of days. So anyways, that is it. Again, I apologize I guess no one is watching till now, so I'm just apologizing to myself for not doing this or recording in the day again because I was sleepy. But hopefully the concepts were easy in the beginning, so it was okay. But anyways, uh, I'm really, to be honest, I don't really like this project. Interfering with my DSA preparation or journey or whatever. So I would really like to, I would really like to get done with it as soon as I can, so that I can start doing DSA in the morning and till noon doing solving questions and all, so that by the time it's night I can actually upload the video and revision as well. So yeah, for now I will be focusing more on the project because I didn't want to get done with it as quickly as I can, so I can get to DSA, even if it costs me like 1 or 2 days or even a few days, like a week or 10 days. I am totally fine with that, but I need my full focus to be on DSA. I mean, obviously I'll have other things to do, but at least there won't be a burden on me to finish something within deadline, a big project or whatever. So yeah, I think I have ranted enough for today, and you have a great day or night. If you have stuck with me till now, it was day 11. We learned something new about strings. We will be doing other questions tomorrow and diving more into strings, and hopefully finishing it and move on to the questions of it. Then and then there is a bit manipulation. So anyways, let us just end the session, and yeah, see ya tomorrow with day 12. Bye bye. Have a great night. I'm signing off.